Hello Ultrasabers fans, this is a review for the limited edition Initiate V2, or actually it could be just the V2 Initiate. The primary differences between the limited edition and the regular edition are very simple. The limited edition has the gold stripes, where the regular version does not. That's the only difference, actually. There's 2 retention screws on this particular lightsaber. This looks like pure aluminum. It looks like steel even. It looks like metal. It's very nice in its design. It's very durable, very strong. Like I said, it feels like stainless steel. Doesn't feel like anything could break it. There's the button. This is what you call a guarded button. That's the default button, unless you get a different kind of button in the options. Unguarded silver button or black, which would basically be the same size, but it would be like more like the color of like a silver button would kind of blend into the hilt itself. And the Initiate is only 9 inches long, like 8.75 inches long. It's great for younger people, people with smaller hands, people who like to dual wield, who like to use 2 sabers at once. It's a great Shoto blade if you want to put a shorter a shorter blade in it. This particular one, I ordered mine with a 36-inch blade because it was my very first order, so I wanted to see the actual length and what it felt like, how heavy it was, etc. for a full-length lightsaber, because I didn't know when or if I was going to get another one, so I wanted a full-length one. I did get a second blade right here as a grab bag. It's a 24-inch. It's only $7, so that way I could have both a smaller blade and a larger blade to compare the two. And not only that, they're different grades, or they're both mid-grade, but this is just a regular mid-grade, which is more of a clear plastic with a silver lining. It's much brighter in a way, meaning it's more see-through kind of. The blade is see-through. You can tell that there's if you can, I'm going to show you at the end of the video what these blades actually look like against a reflection. Hold this up to the camera. But the primary difference between a regular mid-grade and this is what you call the Ultra Edge. This is actually a heavy grade. So if you want to see the difference between the brightness, if you want to know the blade differences, you can definitely tell the difference there. Well, like I said, these do not look the same in person as they do in these video. I mean, look at it. It looks like you're in the movies right now. It looks like a special effect. I already held that one up, but let's see. Put this one over there. See the brightness, and look at this one. It's much more white and blue looking. This one's more. They're very similar, but this is a heavy. If you look at the tip up there, it's a little bit more what it's like. But anyway, try not to go too long, but the bottom line is what I'm trying to say. The Ultra Edge mid-grade, especially in Counselor Green, if you order the Initiate V2, it is very bright. Very bright, very bright. And it doesn't dull at all. It's, the blade goes, the color stays all throughout the entire blade. All the way through. Let me see. So, don't worry about the heavy grade being an issue in color. It will stand out, and I'm in a lit room with the light on. So, it's not going to make a big enough difference. The I really have to show you this. I'm going to take these into the living room at the end. I'll show you the brightness effect against reflection of the TV to show you. But anyway, so how this works is these two retention screws right here. This is what hold the blade in. The blade is removable. The lead is actually sits probably like right in this spot right in here. And you can grip this two hands, especially if you have small hands, or just one like this. It's pretty small, so but for younger people and people with small hands, you can still use both hands very easily. The battery pack is like right in this area, and just take this off, the pommel, this bottom where you unscrew it. It's what's called a pommel, and this is actually called the emitter. This doesn't come off. This is all one piece. Some of the other larger lightsabers, newer versions, can come apart. But this is a V2. This is actually, if you look, see how small that is? It's about the size of a silver dollar in diameter. It's only 1¼ inches in diameter. So because of the size, you cannot get this in sound. I know there's another guy doing a review saying he didn't order sound. It's because you can't. They will not put or attempt to put sound in this because the sound card is too large to fit with all the electronics in it. So it is possible, possibly. I've seen other people do it, but it would have to be something that you would really have to know how to do and know very well. And it would have to be a very small sound card, but the type of quality may not be as good. And Ultrasabers, they will not put low quality sound into a lightsaber, so they just don't do it. So they want you to have the top quality. Alright, so I kind of already showed you. I actually pulled out 4 different blades because even though this was my first purchase, I haven't shot this video until almost a month later because I wanted to show you everything that it could do. This particular saber has Adigan silver with color discs where you can change the color discs. I was actually going to put a green one in there and show you what the green looks like compared to the regular green. But if you do choose to get something like this with Adigan silver and green is one of your options that you really want, it looks very well in Adigan silver with a color disc with the green that Ultrasaber sells. You just select option Adigan silver plus color discs, and it's $2 for the color discs, or you can buy them separately later on or whenever you want. Just go into the parts section. Now the other green that they come out, they actually have different kinds of green. If you do the color disc version, you can get this in any color. It doesn't have to be green like mine. It could be Guardian blue, it can be an Arctic blue, any color that they have on there. And if you remember the forum, I strongly suggest you join that because there's even more colors. Like well, you have to join the forum to find out. I guess there's 5 more colors and you can order those. So yeah, definitely join the forum, get involved and talk to people, they can tell you a lot. They're very friendly and helpful. So if you're wondering how to change the blade, see, the blades are the best part about. Let me open this up for you real quick. Okay, it's called, I think it's what's called a 3/64 hex wrench or something. This is what it is. You can get this with your saber. It'll be in the options when you select it. If you want it, it's only $1. You just put it in here and the screws, undo them. You know, it's very easy to do. Pop out the thing, and you can tell it's a heavy grade blade. Look how thick it is. So yeah, but anyways, so here's what, I guess if you want to see the inside. If you're going to get a CoverTech clip or a CoverTech, CoverTech is kind of like this thing, like a little button. You put it on the end of your lightsaber, and you can put it on this little thing right here. It's called a CoverTech system. This is similar to what they used, I guess, in the filming. See, you just snap it into there, that little thing right there, and then you put this part on your belt, and you can carry it around like if you're cosplaying or whatever. So if you want a CoverTech, you can have that installed in your options, or if you just want the CoverTech wheel and you already have a CoverTech, etc. This is what you call a blade plug. This is basically the Ultrasabers. This is just to go inside of the emitter like that to protect your LED, your LED, because the LED is actually the inside. One thing you don't want to do though, especially if you're a kid, or if you're going to buy this for a kid, since it's very good for people with smaller hands, never look inside while that thing is turned on. You can just, tighten this up with the blade plug in there, and it'll stay in there real nice, and that way your LED won't bobble around, or the blade, make sure it doesn't do that when you're hitting things. And these are very, if you're trying to figure out weight distribution, stuff like that. Wow, that's different. I never picked them up like that. This feels light as a feather almost, and then this one is like, ugh. But anyway, if you're thinking about getting a solid color such as green, blue, etc., and wanting to get color discs as well because you want a solid green, the color discs will work for green and most of the colors perfectly well, in my opinion. Red may be a little bit different, but if you have 2 red discs, that it's going to be just fine. It's honestly heavy grade, I'm not really sure, haven't really tried that, but if you're putting discs in a solid color LED, it doesn't really do a whole lot. I was going to demonstrate you for that, but this is kind of getting long already. It's 14 minutes, so anyway, I strongly don't recommend that. I would just stick with the Adigan silver and the color discs if you want every color, or if you decide that you need something more higher end saber, then you can always, there's a few selections, not very many, but you can get a RGB. But for a first saber, or someone, small hands, this is great. This is my first one. I still have it. I bought 13 more after this, so that should tell you a lot right there. I just wanted to test the quality, test the water, see what it was like. I never ordered a custom saber. It operates off of just 4 AAA batteries. There you go. So you just take this off. One really fantastic thing about this, if you get a V2 coupler, you can actually, there's the battery pack, there's 4 AAAs. You can take this off, put a little coupler on it right here, and then you can make it into a 2-sided saber. And it's light, especially because these are small. It's very lightweight, and you can get 20. They come with 24-inch blades, unless you upgrade to a larger size, and you can have a lot of fun with that. It's 24-inch, 2 24-inch blades, 2 9-inch hilts. It's, you know, definitely bigger and heavier than just one, but it's a light double saber, so it would be really nice, really great. Here's the color discs that you get if you were to order Radigan Silver with color discs. The red one and the hot pink one are kind of hard to find. You might want to ask them to make sure you get one. It says assortment of 12, but they come in a 10-pack. I got confused. I asked them, and they sent me extras. So, yeah. So, these are fabulous. I highly recommend them. They're way better than what the original lightsabers that came out with, or the other ones like the Force FX or whatever you want to call them, the Hasbro type stuff. You cannot hit those on anything because the leads are inside of the actual blade itself. That's why they're string leads, and that's what gives the up and down motion when the blade ignites and disignites. But if you want to combat with those, you're going to break it very easily. All the Disney parks, all the Hasbro, all that kind of stuff. If you want a combat saber that you can play with and collect and have a top-of-the-line model with a real hilt that's aluminum, not plastic, nothing that's going to break or fall apart into little pieces, then you definitely want to go with Ultrasabers. It's the best company out there. They got the turnaround time is phenomenal. They were on a convention when I ordered this, and I didn't know about any of that kind of stuff, but they made this and got it out to me within 2 days when they came back for the convention. The total amount of time it took me from the second I put in my credit card number to the day that I got here was only 9 days. And that is phenomenal, because any other thing, you're going to wait weeks, months, even years for a custom saber or a combat saber. So you definitely want to go with Ultrasabers. You get it right then, get it quick. I've had 5 orders, and the other 4 orders, the longest it took them was 2 days to make one of these and to ship it out. And I ordered 7 sabers at one time in one of those orders. And so you definitely want to go with Ultrasabers. They're simply the best. They have the great customer service. Like I said, I didn't get 12 of these like I thought I was going to, and they sent me 2 more packs to make sure I got red, which is the color that I really wanted. And that was for, my second lightsaber right here, the Radigan Silver, because after this one I decided I wanted to go all out and get sound and everything. And so yeah, they have window options and everything, and there's all sorts of options. They're all about customization and quality combat, so it just doesn't break. And I've been in several battles with this one, and even with my grab bag blade, this right here, only $7. I've been in a bunch of battles, you barely see a scratch on it, and it doesn't show up when it's color, when it's lit up. And this sword right here is the one that came with it. This blade that came with this saber, and no wait, it was this one. This one. This blade came with this saber. Anyway, because I already had this one because I wanted to do the color disc because it's supposedly brighter to make it red, but bottom line, it's top quality, and you can't see any scratches whatsoever on this. And I was duking it out. My friend was very aggressive. I was swatting away his strikes. That was the only way I could do it. I was swatting as hard as I could. Not a single scratch. Only on this one. There's a little bit of scratches because it's been used. But grab bag blades. They're $7. You know, they're 24-inch. The heavy duty, they don't have any at the moment, I don't think. But when they do have them, the full length blades are $10. Your heavy duty grade, you know, almost indestructible, $16. A lot more cost efficient than buying a brand new, and they look great. They don't have any problems. So yeah, go with Ultrasabers, and happy shopping, because it's just like once you buy one, you will be addicted because of the quality. You will want more and more and more of these things. So if you got the cash, you better hide it, because you're going to spend it all on this stuff. It's fabulous. Alright, so I'm going to pause this. I'll show you real quick what they look like in a reflection if you want, and then I'm out of here. Yeah, my roommate is watching TV, he won't let me use it. But there's a reflection right there. Kind of a feel for what they look like. Oh yeah. Well, when you pull it away, it looks similar to, if you look at the reflection in the fan, you see it looks like a green, long green sword, long green, hot green, or what do you call it, neon, whatever, white. Or just look at the Big Bang Theory. When he turns on the lightsaber, that's what they look like. There we go. Videos just don't do these justice, but that's similar. That's pretty much what they kind of look like. And turn off the light. That gives you a little bit of, it's way greener though. It's like neon green, like a really awesome fluorescent neon, deep neon green. I just can't explain it. You're just gonna have to buy one and find out, I guess, because they look fantastic. So I hope you enjoy this review, and go buy some Ultrasabers.